Hi everybody, welcome to Develop Your English Skills channel. Today's lesson is Correction of Exam 2018 section Teaching Methodology. This exam I recorded before that and I uploaded for you, but the problem is uploaded without sound. I don't know where is the problem exactly, so I will try to record it for you this time too, just because many of future teachers ask me to give them the answers and the answers of this lesson too. So just motivate me to give you many lessons about different topics as you want. So let's start with correction of the exams. Title, it's exam of 2018 English language. So here we have in this exercise different techniques and its definition. First of all, I will explain for you these techniques just to refresh your memory, and if you still don't remember, don't revise these techniques, you should do, because they give more importance of these techniques and teaching method, etc. So what is a drill? Is a teaching technique where the teacher asks students to repeat sounds, vocabulary, or structures several times to reinforce learning. What is the functions? Are advising, asking, requesting, etc. Main mind to performance mind, or performance with physic emotions. Authentic materials, writing that were not designed or created for language learning purposes. Some examples are news, reports, magazine, songs. The text contain writing that is closer to how the language is used in everyday life, not in academic or education. Notions are some ideas, speaking or expressing about some ideas. Realia are some objects. So let us match this technique with appropriate answer. 55, right answer is F. Exercises which are meant to practice certain language items such as repetition or sentence transformation. 56, the right answer is H. Language items such as requesting, asking for advice, and suggesting. 57, mimine. The right answer is A, to show what a character does by using gestures and body movement. Authentic material. 58, the right answer is D, text, audio tracks, videos, etc., which are originally created for real life uses. 59, notions. The right answer is G, language items such as telling time or speaking about distance. The last one is realia. The right 60, the right answer is C, objects like pens, fruits, clothes, etc., which a teacher can use to present new vocabulary items. So here are the answers if you want to notice on your note. Let us move to the next part of the exam. Language teaching is to enable students to communicate in the target language. So here we have an exercise with missing word. They give just first letter. Let me read it for you and explain for you the idea of this paragraph. Then we'll also give you the correction words. To do this, students need knowledge of the linguistic forms, meanings, and functions. Here we have functions is the right answer. They need to know that many different forms can be used to perform a function, and also that single form can often serve a variety of functions. They must be able to choose from among these the most appropriate form given the social functions and the role of the. Here we have missing words starts with I as the first letter. The role of the interlocutors is the right answer here. They must also be able to manage the process of negotiating. We have missing word starts with M is the first letter, so here we have meaning is the right answer. With their interlocutors, communication is a process. Knowledge of the form of language is insufficient. The teacher facilitates communication in the classroom. In this role, one of his major responsibility is to establish situations likely to promote. As you say here that we have function as the first answer. The second line we have function in the paragraph, interlocutors also. In the second line we have interlocutors. So you need just to reread this paragraph quietly until understand it, because it contained answer to. It might give you the same paragraph just to understand how to solve it in the next exam, inshallah. So let's move to the next part. 54. Communication is the right answer. Here, during the activity, he acts as an advisor and assistant, answering students' questions, and here we have missing word starts with A, managing or monitoring their performance. So these are this paragraph talk about the importance of communication, which is the importance of language, which is communication. Also, it talks about the role of the teacher in the classroom, which is advisor, assistance, managing, facilitates the communication, etc. So it gives you also many informations. That's why I tell you reread it calmly. So let's move to the next part of the exam. We have here lessons procedures, and we have teaching methods. So let's give you first of all the explanation of these methods, then match it to the right answer or definition. Direct method. In this method, no translation is allowed because learners have to think in the target language if they want to succeed in the learning language. E. The audiolingual method, I explained it many times. Audiolingual method, when the teacher gives students a dialogue to listen many times to help them to improve their listening and speaking. Suggestopedia, if it has been developed to help students eliminate the feeling that they cannot be successful and help them to overcome the barrier to learning. For example, shyness, fear, etc. in the classroom. So the teacher should help students to overcome these bad feeling and concentrate on their learning. Total physical response. Students listen to instructions from teacher, understand them, and do things in response. Here, for example, if the teacher told to the students open the door or close the door, the students cannot understand this expression, but from the body of the teacher and the mentioning to the door, they will understand that the teacher asked them to open or close the door. So here they will just understand it from the reaction of the teacher. Grammar translation method. Students spend a lot of time reading texts and translating them, doing exercises, tests, writing, essay. There is no focus on communication. We have also the silent way. It focuses on the idea that students talk more than the teacher in the teaching and learning process. So this is the definition of all these methods. If you just to refresh your memory or give you idea to revise it by heart. If you still have problems, you can ask me to give you a special lesson about these methods if you want to, if you motivate me to. Because I find that many students or future teachers need these explanations and these lessons, but they still don't know anything about this channel. That's why I ask you to share it with others to help them too. So the first question, which is 67, the right answer is E. We have grammar translation method. Is the right answer is 67. The teacher asked students to read an extra form, a novel by Hemingway. After this, the class is asked to translate the first two paragraphs into French. So here we have translation as a keyword. The teacher helps students to by writing the word then they don't know in French on the board. When the students finish the translation, we have also translation. So this is the keyword, uh, which tell you that grammar translation method is the right answer. You can read it completely and quietly because it's clear. I think it's clear. 68. The right answer is A. Is the right answer. Direct method. Here I can't read all these things because the lesson will be too long for you. Just I will give you the keyword that you need to understand. This is the right answer. The teacher starts the lesson by writing the title, looking at a map on the board. So here, looking at a map, it's one of the activities of the direct method. Looking at a map is one of activities because each method has many activities. uh, Looking at a map, and we are not looking at a map of Canada, we are looking at a map of the United States. So looking at a map, it's activity of the direct method. They give you also here a keyword at the end. The use of first language is not allowed at the end sentence at the end of 68. This is what I'm talking about. This word, sorry. This sentence. What happened here? This sentence. The use of first language is not allowed. So as I tell you on the definition of the direct method, that no translation is allowed. This is also a keyword. Map, looking at a map, also another keyword. So this is the keyword that you can depend on to suggest the right answer. Let's move to the 69. If I read all these things, the lesson will be too long for you and for me too. So that's why just I give you the keyword and you can read everything quietly to understand it. As I said, that each method have activities has activities and techniques. 68, sorry, 69. The right answer is B, the audio linear method. The students first listen to dialogue. Dialogue is a keyword for the audio linear method, which is repeated many times. Is also another keyword because the teacher repeated the dialogue many times until the students understand it. The teacher explains the situation in the dialogue. The teacher then asks the whole class to listen and repeat each line of the dialogue. So here, teacher help them to improve their speaking and listening. That's why listen them and help them to repeat each line. So these are the keywords that help you to understand 69. The audio linear method is the right answer. Let's move to the 70. 70. The right answer is F, which is silent way. Using a metal pointer, the teacher points to chart hand gain on the blackboard. The chart contains different sounds of the English language and each category of sounds. So here we have sounds, different sounds. So the silent way is giving students opportunity to express their sounds and their idea. Is written if you were of the English language, and each category of sounds, vowels, and consonant is written a different color. The teacher points to the first sound 2 times while everybody is silent. The third time teacher points, he says A. The teacher does the same things for all the other sounds before asking the students to repeat after him. He keeps repeating and demonstrating each sound until he is sure that students know how to pronounce it. In the last sentence, it's important things. The teacher points to some objects in the classroom and the students see how they are pronounced. So give them some sounds and let them to pronounce them. So 70, F is the right answer, silent way. These are the the questions of the answer of this question. You can write it down in your note. So let me move to the next part of the exam. Correct form. D. Use there are instead of there is in a given sentences. So what we mean here, what is the meaning of substitution is you can also understand it by a replacement exercise. So D is the right answer. Use there are instead. So here we have a keyword also, instead of there is in a given sentence. D is the right answer. Let's move to the next one. 72. In a choral repetition activity, students A. Write down what the teacher is saying before they re-say it to others. B. Repeat what the teacher is saying together as a whole class. C. Orally repeat what the teacher is saying one after another. D. Try to remember and repeat what the teacher said during the last session. So the right answer is B. Repeat what teacher is saying together as a whole class. This is what is a choral repetition or a drill. Also, it is a drill. So let's move to the next question. C. The negative effect of thinking about one's past on learning. D. The positive effect of memorizing vocabulary on language performance. So the right answer here is B. What is a pushback effect? It's related to the assessment. When the teacher give students an assessment or a test, after that he will say if his learning strategy is good, because if all the students get a good mark, he will understand that his strategy is very good. Also for students, if he gets a good mark, they will understand that they are working very hard. If not, they will try to correct their problems. So let's move to the 74 question. A follow-up of the unsatisfactory performance of learners in the diagnostic test is A. To retest the learners using the same items again in order to help them perform better. B. Sort out students into different ability groups and test them again using a different testing format. C. Prepare a new test with different items and administer it to the whole class again. D. Design activities which focus on problematic areas before teaching new content. So the right answer here is D. Design activity which focus on problematic. So here also, if the students give a test or diagnostic test to students and find that many students have many problems, so the procedure that he should take is to give them some activities to help them to overcome their problem. These are what this question mean here. Let's move to the next part, then I will back to you here, because teachers should give students vocab in the context to help them to understand it and use it in their communication or writing, etc. Next question, which is 76 question. When a learner does not have the necessary word to describe an object or talk about a concept, which of the following communication strategy is the learner using in this case? A. Code switching. B. Word coining. C. Borrowing. D. Circumlocution. So here D is the right answer. D mean that when the students can't know the exact word, he uses many contexts just to explain this word. This called circumlocution. Let's move to the 77. An instrumentally motivated student is a student who is motivated to learn English because he is frequently goes to the States in summer, interacts with them. So B is the right answer here. B is the right answer. Let's move to the next question, which is 88. the text and choose the most appropriate main idea for the text. The target reading strategy is A. Scanning, B. Skimming, C. Inferring, D. Hypothesizing. So B is the right answer here. B is the right answer, skimming. So this question it's usually put in this exam. Scanning is for looking for details, B looking for the general or the main idea. You should remember it by heart. 7-9. Which of the following is an example of a pre-reading activity? A. Distinguishing fact from opinion. B. Evaluating the author's attitude. C. Activating learners' prior knowledge. D. Locating specific information in the text. The right answer is C. Activating learners' prior knowledge. If you still have problems with the reading lesson activity in the three-phase pre, while, and post reading lesson, you can check out my previous lessons. I get explanation and I get activity of how to teach reading, how to teach listening, how to teach speaking, how to teach grammar and vocab using the PPP methods, which is presentation, practice, and production. Let's move to the next question, which is 80. An example of mechanical practice is asking students to A. Repeat a sentence, B. Substitute pronouns, C. Play roles, D. Transform sentence. Let's move this. The right answer is A. Repeat a sentence is the right answer here. Let's move to the next part. Stage D. Not to correct mistakes at all. So here the right answer is C. The next question, which is 82. Which of the following documents deals with procedures of classroom assessment? A. Textbook adopted by the Ministry of Education. B. The National Baccalaureate Exam Specification. C. English Language Pedagogical Guideline. The right answer here is C. So C is the right answer. This an information for you, which document that helps teacher or fellow that teacher should follow in the procedures of classroom assessment is English Language Pedagogical Guideline. You should remember it. We have still here another option, which is D, the National Charter for Education and Training. But the right answer is C. The English Language Pedagogical Guidelines is the main documents to deal with the procedures of classroom assessment. English Language Pedagogical Guideline. So these are the correction of the exam, of the question of the exam 2018. I hope it be clear for you now. As you see that it's so long, it has many concepts, many explanations, so you should remember, you should give most focus on these didactic lessons to understand it, to get good mark. That's why I ask you to share these lessons with others to help them too. See you soon, inshallah. Don't forget to press like and subscribe and share with the others. If you also has a difficult topic, you can put it in the comments. If I find many comments, ask me about one topic, I will deal with you and explain it for you. Good luck. Bye.